So what is Actio Personalis Moritur cum? So what does that mean? Personal right of legal action dies with the person, that is, death extinguishes one legal right or liability. So this is Actio Personalis Moritur cum. So actio means what? An action or act. This is actio. Personalis, personal. Moritur means death. Cum, with. Persona, person. So actio personalis moritur cum. Death extinguishes one legal right or liability. Personal right of legal action dies with the person. This is the meaning of the maxim. So we'll see with an illustration so that you have a better understanding. So what you can see, in the month of January, personal A agrees and signs a contract to perform a dance show at a wedding of a person B, which will take place in the month of July. So in January, the person agrees and signs a contract, but the marriage is in July. A was in an accident in June and could not make it for the wedding. In this way, B cannot execute an action against A or their legal representative for the breach contract. So, a person called A has signed a contract in January saying that he'll perform a dance show in B's wedding. That is supposed to be in July. So, in June, what happens to A? He met with an accident and he cannot make it for the wedding. The contract was not performed. So what happened? B cannot execute an action against him, against A, saying that he has breached the contract or his legal representatives. The person has died and this contract, nothing can be done. It is finished as that. It dies with the person. So this is an illustration to simply demonstrate this maxim. Okay. So we'll see an example also. A person right to sue for defamation or fraud ends when that person dies. So this principle indicates that certain legal actions, particularly those of a personal nature, such as claims for defamation, assault, or personal injuries that do not result in death, cease to exist upon the death of the individual. So this is an example, hope you understood. So what happens? A person's nature such as claim for defamation, assault or personal injuries. Defamation is you're saying any bad of others, another person in front of another person. So the person can file a case for defamation. So any kind of assault or any personal injuries that do not result in death cease to exist upon the death of the individual. So this is another example for Actio Personalis Moritur cum. So there is an exemptions for this maxim. What is that? In modern legal systems have recognized exceptions to this maxim, allowing certain types of actions such as those related to property rights or contractual obligations to survive the death of the individual for the benefit of the estate or heirs. So in some there are some exemptions given in modern times so that after the death of the person, the survivors or the estate or heirs will have some benefits. So in a case, Gujarat State Road Transport Corporation Ahmedabad versus Raman Bhai, we can see that it was held that the right to compensation for negligence in motor vehicles accident is not extinguished by the death of the injured party. The corporation was held liable to pay compensation to the deceased brother. What happens that the brother has filed a suit and the court held was right to compensation for negligence. Negligence, you cannot say that the person has passed away and you need not pay any compensation or any sort of things to the deceased family. It is not permitted in motor vehicles accident. And the court held the deceased brother has to be compensated for the negligence which is occurred. So this was the ruling of the court. In Hamley versus Stott, you can say that the case established foundational rules for claims against an estate. This was a case where foundational rules for claims against an estate was found. In this case, what the plaintiff sought to recover farm animals from the defendant's estate after the defendant's death. The court ruled that the claims for trespass against the person would fail, but action based on contracts could succeed. So here you can see that the claim for the trespass, again, the person would fail. The person has trespassed for taking the animals into this farm, and that will fail. But action based on contracts, if there was a contract between the persons, that will prevail, that will succeed. But because the heirs can take up that, but he trespassed that property for the taking of animals, that the case will not prevail, as it was within him and he is no more. So this was the ruling of the case in Hamley versus Stott. So this was Actio Personalis Moritur cum. So we'll see with the next maxim in our next video. Okay, thank you.